Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab chalks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all gonna work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're gonna find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're gonna find at one Ninja gym is gonna feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 4 Qualifier out here at Next Level Ninja in Flemington, New Jersey. Special thanks to all of our course designers out here, Abby Clark, Joe Capo, and Braden Proven. Well done to all of those throughout this incredible weekend. They've done an incredible job designing two amazing courses that we are going to be seeing commence for our preteen division now, which is going to be very exciting, rounding out the Saturday activities. Hello, everyone. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Kane Malden for today's events here in the preteen division. Kane, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously, we've been here in the commentator's booth out and about this whole lovely Saturday. I know you were here for the mature kids. I'm sure we'll touch upon how the previous divisions went as we go through. But first, why don't we touch upon the Premier Series format, Billy?
Indeed. So let's do it. So what we at the World Ninja League have done, we have taken the top 25% of all athletes from the World Championships and their seasonal standings in their region, and they have all gotten an invite to the Premier Series in that regard. So that means any athletes who fit those credentials can compete in any competition in the world that we are holding out of Australia, the US, Canada, France, and the UK. We have got two courses here. We've got the format of the placement course first off, where if you fall, your run is over, and the leaderboard for the placement course will be switched. So the last place runner on the placement course goes first on challenge. On the challenge course, every athlete gets 2 retries and 1 retry per obstacle, and the top 4 athletes on the challenge course are going to be getting a spot at the Premier Series finals on November 20th through to the 22nd at Ascender Obstacle Training at Marlborough, Massachusetts. It's going to be an absolutely incredible time once we get to that point in the Premier Series competition. But we're out here in New Jersey currently, still in the Northeast though, ready for the next level Ninja Preteen division. Now, it's been an incredible day of ninja talent. We've got 9 preteen females, and I believe it's 12 males out here getting ready to go for our placement course first off. Kane, we saw the placement course in the kids division and the mature kids division. What are these athletes really going to have to be looking out for when it comes to it?
Honestly, as the 3rd division going up, before any big crazy changes are made overnight, our competitors have maybe had the chance to scope it out via the prior live streams. I know that's something I used to do when I was competitive in Ninja. I know that's something you would do as well. So maybe that's something to look out for. Obviously, the divisions have been pretty loaded, unlike the prior qualifiers where a lot of the divisions were just handed to the competitors that showed up, rose to the occasion. In this case, they're really going to have to fight to be in the top 4.
I'm really hyped to see who's going to be able to do it. It's going to be a high competition field out here. We have a lot of different competitors getting ready to be showcased out here in the preteen division. Some of these guys have been doing Ninja for years out here. Some of them have been doing it for longer than some people in the kids division have been alive, possibly. Some people have been doing this since the kids division at 6 years old. Especially people in the Northeast region like we're seeing out here today, where Ninja has been a prominent sport growing constantly. And I'm really excited to see how it's going to result. And I'm curious to find out who ultimately is going to be getting those spots in the Premier Series finals. For the mature kid males specifically, we had 4 clears on the challenge course, meaning all 4 of them went through to the Premier Series final. So it's going to be the fastest people furthest to get to the buzzer possibly, or even to a certain obstacle. We have a lot of different people out here coming from many different parts of the Northeast as a whole. I'm seeing New York, I'm seeing New Jersey, I'm seeing Pennsylvania out here in some places regarding the entirety of all of the divisions out here. It's going to be a very, very exciting time. And we have a lot more action to come later on in the week, in the entirety of this weekend as well. Because tomorrow we have 3 more divisions. We have got the amateur division starting out at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The teens will be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we have the elite division that's honestly pretty stacked, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be absolutely insane to watch all of these guys, and I'm proper hyped.
Absolutely. But first things first, we have a preteen division to sift through. It is currently, I'm not too sure if we're going to be going into a demo run. I believe we are just going through the rules right now. And maybe competitors are getting their game on, planning Gonna keep on, carry on, perhaps?
Possibly. I mean, you never know. A lot of these guys have different coaches as well. We've seen a lot be showcased out here. We've seen, obviously, Coach Henry. We've seen Charlie Ball be out there a little bit. I think I saw Jackson Erdos possibly in the building now. We'll have to see once we get on the floor. But overall, a lot of people being showcased here throughout multiple different areas within the Northeast region. It's a very stacked field out here. Definitely the highest Premier Series attendance by a landslide, I think, in the entirety of Premier Series so far for Season 4, with still a lot more qualifiers to come. Next week, we're heading over to Austin Ninjas in Texas on the 15th of August. Cannot wait for that one. All divisions on the same day. It's going to be packed. Cannot wait. Kane, what other competitions are you really excited to see? Because I know you've talked about Vitality and Life Force before. What are the others?
Obviously, this one hits close to home. True Function. That's your home gym where you've competed every single year of Premier Series. And I'll be sure to tune in for your run from commentator to ninja, I guess, or perhaps the other way around. I think you started as a ninja, but no matter. Dexterity Depot. Then we have Canada and France as well. Those are going to be super exciting. They will not disappoint. I know FitSet was super hectic last year, and obviously Ascend, super fantastic facility. So yeah,
I'm proper hyped. I think I'm going to be a bit biased. I think MLab Ohio is going to be fire. I've got a couple of friends who are going to go and make the trip out there and compete at that Premier Series qualifier. Right hyped for that. And I'm looking across the screen at the minute. I'm seeing some Ascend jerseys, it looks like, maybe, which is kind of fire. So people who wanted to qualify at Ascend, who can't because there isn't a qualifier there this time, this being the first season where we haven't had a qualifier at our finals location, this being one of the northeastern qualifiers, it seems like they've all congregated here, and that's probably going to be the same for Vitality, Dexterity possibly, and maybe Albany being in New York as well. So there's a lot of things that can possibly go on here, but I'm really excited to get this placement course underway. We've seen a lot of people break through the mold on this placement course. I think the fastest we've seen is 25. I want to say it's 25. I think we hit Owen Ulsheimer last time, him getting 25 or something like that. What do you think is going to be the fastest time on this placement course, Kane?
It's ultimately down to whatever changes they make, because obviously any spikes in difficulty proportional to the age division that we are seeing here could shift the dynamic of the placement course. So I guess we will see. It could be 25. It could be, I don't know, it could be 23. Who knows? I think we should get a good look through of this before we put any of our eggs into the basket, so to speak.
I get you. Because I'm looking at the leaderboard that we had for the Mature Kids Male Division. It was Joey Stone who took home the fastest time at 27.82 seconds. So it's largely dependable on how fast these preteens are really going to go out here. A lot of differences can be made in just a small moment like this. So it's a lot of power needed, a lot of speed, a lot of precision, because there are some precise moments here, and overall body awareness is going to be a key factor.
Yeah, absolutely. The kind of stuff that this placement course kind of challenges, I would say, I guess it's a universal sort of thing that the placement courses kind of ask of our competitors, but there's a lot of swingy business going on, I've noticed. Even for a placement course, it's a little unusual how much you have to swing around, and a backswing can absolutely wreck your time. Obviously, a buzzer is definitely doable, but this is relative to the other competitors who you are trying to beat out in hopes of getting higher in the run order.
There are many benefits to that. The main one, though, being the fact that you can watch a lot more people go on the challenge course once that time comes. Because if you fail early, you're going to be one of the higher seeds, or technically one of the lower seeds, running earlier on the challenge course once we get to that time. It's going to be exciting to see who gets the fastest and who gets the lowest, honestly, because we've had a couple of speed demons go out early in all of the divisions, honestly, who ended up going early on the challenge course to then set a precedent and have the top time and top result for a while before it was able to be beaten.
Yeah, that's another thing that I think is worth gracing about. When you run early on the challenge course, you are obviously laying out all your cards on the table because you don't know what the rest of the field is going to pull out in their runs. When you run later, in the final four even, that's super helpful. The standard is set. You just have to beat it.
Indeed, so it's going to be an incredibly difficult option. So I'm looking here. If we have a look at where Owen Alzheimer is standing right now on that board, it looks like you have to pull out the hole that's right before the flywheels, possibly. That's the first proper big adjustment we've seen on this placement course right now. Obviously, we're going to be having a look at our demo run very shortly. This has been a time for all of our athletes to look over at things. Oh, someone vomit. Okay. We're just having a look at a couple of cleaning things on the floor here. So we're just making sure everything is getting ready to go when it comes down to this competition. We are happy to be getting ready in a few short minutes.
Yeah, should be fine. Just making sure everything's spick and span before we get going here. But yeah, this does kind of remind me of the old swords from the, what was it, the 2024 championships?
Yes? Wait, what obstacle are you talking about? Was it the one on stage 2 that was like the sideways swinger? Or
The sideways swords that you had to like yank back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I guess that can... Yeah, the pull-out variable is definitely similar to that. There's a Brett Sims obstacle called the Cliff Drop.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kind of like it on the cliffhanger. We have that over at True Function a couple of years ago for our Premier Series competition, and that's a very difficult obstacle with it being like a 2-centimeter ledge or something crazy like that. But these preteens have it a bit easier than that concept because they have a full-on hold there that can be fully grasped onto, and there's a lot of opportunities for links with that in tow now as well. So I'm looking at the beginning of this course. You go across 4 spring-in steps, across a beam, and then it looks like the best way to go at it at a fast angle is to run up that wooden board sideways and then set your link whilst you're pulling the trapezoid out. I think that might be the play.
Yeah, I think we are going to be going into some sort of demo run. Looks like whatever issues we had are going to be sorted, and we can get this show on the road.
Indeed. So I'm right happy to be getting ready for this. We have 7 obstacles. Me and Mary Layton were talking about this the other division. I feel like all of these obstacles are movie references. Because You Shall Not Pass is obviously Lord of the Rings, I think it is. Unless I'm wrong, and I'm getting my names wrong. Slay the Dragon might be Shrek.
Maybe? I mean, yeah, I guess.
I swear Dogtown is somewhere there.
I don't know what the heck Kiwi is supposed to be referencing.
Kiwi. Yeah, I've got no clue on that one. There's Watch Out for That Tree on the challenge course, which is George of the Jungle inspired, as it's the 3rd line of the the theme song. There you go, the theme song of that show. It's a show, right? It's not even a movie thing. Hello, whoever just waved. We appreciate you.
I wonder. I don't know. I don't think that this is going to be a particularly hard placement course. If anything, the kind of moves that this course asks leaves room for competitors to make mistakes when they're going fast.
All right, here is our demo run. Shout out Joey Stone out here, jumping straight to the trapezoid there on one of those mechanics. Here he goes. We still have the disc in play where we can turn around onto that dragon head without a problem. Joey now demonstrating how fast all these guys are able to go onto that trapeze, that you're able to pull back that TikTok, push along through here, swing on down, boot scoot, skateboard style down to buzzer. Lovely stuff.
Wow, that was super fast, which we all know Joey Stone is an absolute maniac when it comes to quick, explosive courses like that. Anyone who's been on his Instagram page would know.
Absolutely, he's absolutely insane. There, he was the man who took home second place in our mature kids division earlier on, just behind Owen Alzheimer. I wonder who's going to take home first place in our preteen division. We have a lot of promising students, well, technically, I suppose, promising athletes who might be students to next level, who might be just coming out here, home gym advantage in that type of sense. But we're going to be starting out with our competitors very shortly. Now, one thing I like to see is the amount of experience that these guys have gotten throughout the season. We've seen a lot of them go out and take on multiple competitions. I think the record right now is 40 or 45 that we've seen someone take on. Brandy Miller, who is our first competitor, has gone through to 18 competitions coming out of Eastern Pennsylvania. So we'll see how she can set the precedent for what is to come when it's time for our placement course out here, setting the standard.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy just how many competitions you can show up to. I guess it's not too absurd because Ninja in that area isn't too spread out. I mean, if you are really determined to compete, you can just go state to state to adjacent state and find competitions that you want to compete in. And these ninjas are very, very dedicated. I gotta give it to them.
I am very much of the opinion that they are very, very, very dedicated, as you say. But I'm hyped to see what the preteen female field has been like. I think it's been one of the more populated divisions, I think, across the entirety of Premier Series 4 so far. And this one definitely takes the cake. Out here, of course, we have 9 competitors, meaning that over half of the field is not going to be able to get a straight ticket to the Premier Series finals. They might have to go to a different Northeastern qualifier because we have Vitality, Dexterity Depot, and also Albany Ninja Lab in New York, which I'm very excited to see. All of them are going to be densely populated with promising young students and very notable, famous elite names with a lot to prove here. So it's going to be exciting to see who overall is going to be able to take home the Premier Series title for this competition and overall the entire championship once we get there.
That's true. Just some last minute things that we need to iron out. And then we should be able to get into Brandy's run soon. We will give you an update on that at our next possible convenience, for lack of a better term.
Going to be a very exciting time, just making sure all of our athletes are ready to go. It's going to be a very, very interesting time to see what our athletes are going to be able to do and who's ultimately going to get the fastest time.
Okay, I think we're about to get this show on the road. Brandy Miller up first. Numero uno. It's tough being the first person up in the division, but 50 seconds on the clock and Brandy off to the races. First, got to yank this back and then get the swing going. Brandy, nice little 1-2. Flywheel, and there she goes.
Here we are moving along through here, going straight towards that trapeze. I'm liking the development. No one's done that yet, but she's stacking that dragon head and links down immediately. 20 seconds now as she eyes up that TikTok to hopefully grab that trapeze before it. This is good so far, trying to get some momentum back and forth, but it's hard for her to do that. She's got the cliff, though. It's going to be a tight one, Kane. Can she get it? 6 seconds left. Unfortunately, she scrapes down. That's going to be it. 5.88 seconds remaining on the clock, and then the knee tap. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it looks like NinjaWorks didn't get swapped to the flow course. We'll get that situated, but still a pretty solid first run. Was able to get through what she could. Ultimately, the issue at hand was the legs.
That's something our athletes might want to be a bit cautious of. They're definitely taller than the kids and mature kids that went before them on this course. So it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt towards all of these different obstacles here that might not be fully set for their heights, even though they are taller. But we will see very shortly. We have Dallas Peoples, a familiar name to many. This is her second year in the WNL out here. She's from Vitality, so we should probably see her in a couple of weeks at the end of August for that one. Her favorite fuel, chicken nuggets, always. I can fully commend that. Spicy chicken nuggets, though. They're doing a limited time thing at McDonald's in the UK where we've got spicy nuggets, and they're amazing.
Yeah, you know, I can't say I disagree with Dallas here. Ninja D. Will she be finisher number 1? Okay, I was trying to do something.
You were so close there. I could see what you were doing to no cigar there, Kane, sadly. Dallas Peoples coming out of Westport, Massachusetts. You can see her and her coach just getting ready to start everything. The 3, 2, 1 has been commenced, and Dallas Peoples is off.
Yep. Quick start there out of the gate. Let's see. Oh, tried to go for a static, but second try is in fact the charm for Ninja D. Around the disc here. And a quick turnaround as well. Pristine.
Nice, lovely stuff there. Just over half of her time gone now. 25 seconds as she's going to reel back that TikTok. And is she going to be able to get the grab on the cliff? Yes, she is. She's got more time than Brandy before her. Is she going to be able to get down there? The skateboard, and she bashes into that buzzer. 38.62. We've got our first clear of the preteen division. Lovely stuff.
Yeah. I mean, just smooth, coordinated. No frills, no games. She just did what she set out to do, and when all was said and done, she became our first finisher. Not bad at all. Maybe Leah Bryan can follow up that success.
Right, here we go. Leah Bryan, one of the first members of Team Ascend, it looks like, who is coming along through right now. Leah just celebrated her birthday as well, 3rd season in the WNL. She finished 4th at the Premier Series Finals last year, so hopefully she's able to get some redemption. Very close to a podium. It looks like she was in the Mature Kids division last year as well at age 11. She's now stepping into the preteen division, and she's getting ready to move on through here. Getting that grip on that cliffhanger, trying her best to move on through, getting down there. Is she going to get the top time? No, sadly, just under a second below, but 39.40, still a brilliant time.
Yeah, getting a fist bump there from Coach Henry. For good reason. Just an excellent run. And the kind of success that I'm hoping to see from our preteen athletes, female and male alike.
There we go. Loving to see these full clears take on our preteens now. Emily Boko coming out here. Danbury, Connecticut is where she is from. She has been a finals competitor since 2020. She's a Premier Series finalist as well. And she had some amazing stats back in 2024. She was first place in the Northeast Regionals for Season 10. Oh, that was 2025. Yes, it was. 2024 Championship, 22nd place there. Second at WNL Worlds 2024. Let's see if Emily can put on a stunning run here. Half her time is gone on the placement course. Now halfway through. How's she going to fare?
Well, faring well. Just a few little micro mistakes, but overall, Emily carrying it through to the boot scoop. Get those legs up, sticks it onto the orange, and gets the top time.
33.91. Loving that. There is a lot of opportunities for some sub-30s here, and it looks like that our girl Emily was the closest to one by far at the moment. So we're going to be seeing if any of our remaining females, the 5 that are left here, can get that sub 30 and cement themselves as the the person running last on the challenge course there. So that's going to be exciting to see.
All right.
Juliana coming along.
Juliana.
Juliana. Okay, I am very sorry. 23 competitions of Ninja experience this year. Having a bit of trouble ejecting that, though. Had to take a couple of backswings to follow.
Ooh.
Doing a very good job here, though. Keeping that consistency. Moving along these here. Not a problem. Trying to reach out to that dragon head. Yes.
Spinning around the bend, Juliana. Oh, a little shaky with the swing, but Juliana able to find her way using the long wingspan that our preteens have. The boot scoot, that's where it's gonna be a detriment. Whoa, almost
here we
overshoots
go.
the
We're gonna get
landing.
another time here in for 39.9, just below 40. Still an incredible job there. Right now, that's gonna place her in around the middle of the pack, but that's still very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. The Send train just continues to roll to the next station again and again. Hopefully, the remainder of our preteen female competitors can carry it through. Now we have Alyssa Young.
Coming out of Fairfield, Connecticut, representing the Ascend jersey. Height of 4'1", but a wingspan of 4'6". I don't know how that uneven ratio is gonna fare for her on a placement course like this, where reach is definitely a factor, but she's not having a problem so far. Absolutely loving this at the moment.
Yep, Alyssa going to have to find that dragon head. Luckily can just reach on along the wingspan. Not proving to be as much of a detriment as we thought previously, but 3 more obstacles in her path. And Alyssa, yes, easy does it on the skateboard.
Yes, brilliant stuff there. Alyssa Leung coming through and hitting that buzzer. I think that's second place now, which is absolutely brilliant to see. We're seeing that progression. I also apologize if I said Ascend earlier. I think that's Grit on her.
Yeah, that would be.
Yes, okay.
Because Coach Henry is from the Grit Ninja.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Okay, sorry, it's Grit. She's done Grit very proud, which is brilliant to see. We've got 3 more athletes in the preteen female division to take things on. Nala Jackson coming out of Congers, New York, getting ready to go here. Nala Jeans is what she's known as out here. 13 years old, been a ninja for 4 years. She was able to get 3rd place at the New England Regionals for the head-to-head bracket. So that means she's got a lot of speed on her. Let's see how that can fare for her here.
Yeah, loves to stay cool, calm, and connected under the pressure. But, okay, one fell swoop, gets through the dragon head, and now Nala eyes up the TikTok here. A lot of awkward objects to maneuver around, catches it a little bit downward, so a backswing is going to be in the cards there for Nala. Let's see what kind of time she's going to be putting up here.
Here we go, 12 seconds left, and that's going to result in her getting 3rd place, 37.38 on the clock there. Very, very happy with that. One of the fastest times of the weekend on the female side of things thus far. Did a very good job of reeling the TikTok back in, a lot of power so she could immediately go into that cliff. I'm respecting the Send here.
Yes, Send has been the name of the game that all our preteens have been playing so far. We have 2 left in the preteen female division. Penultimate run is Erin Kennedy.
Started Ninja in 2023. We talk about experience. She's done 31 competitions throughout the course of this season in 2025 and 2026. Cannot wait to see how that can pay off here. Having a bit of trouble releasing the trapezoid though, but she's moving along, recovering easily. Erin now loves to croquet, draw, create art pieces, and play with her dog Dusty. Shout out Dusty, everyone.
All right, Erin spins around. Still, I would say a little bit behind the curve, but if she can just get through this, then no worries for Erin Kennedy here. Going to take a backswing on the TikTok as well. 10 seconds on the board, though. This is going to be tight.
will be. Here she goes. 5 seconds left. That is enough time to just send it and make it there. Can she get it? Yes! 48.38 seconds. Okay, so it looks like the time limit has been cut. This I didn't catch. Time limit's gone from a minute to 50 seconds now for our preteens, making it difficult. But still, we've seen the majority of people in the preteen division get a clear, which is brilliant to see.
Yeah, though with a time like that, Aaron may be running earlier in the challenge course, which is a little crazy that a buzzer would make you run early, but that's just what happens when the competition is so fierce. Lillian Scarlett, though, has the chance to run last in her division. I mean, it's either going to be her or Emily.
Lillian, here we go, coming out of Norwalk, Connecticut. Competed 26 times throughout this season, representing grit, along with a lot of people here that have competed across the course of today's comp at next level. Skips the final wheel, easy stuff. 30 seconds now as she's going to be facing backwards to start, but comes along through here. 25 seconds. Gets a skip on the dragon. Okay, the dragon has not been slayed, but avoided. I like that.
Interesting. A lot of stees going through this run. Not necessarily the fastest, but filled with style and swagger.
Careful.
Oh no, but she foot tapped.
Oh man, that's unfortunate there. Nearly had it, especially that would have complemented very well with the dragon head skip right there. Fire. Loved that. Reeled the TikTok in very well, immediately went out, but that foot tap, man, it's the underrated killer. You could see there her right foot sadly just wasn't able to live up there. But now 12 athletes in the male division, starting out with Mason Morris out here coming out of next level. I'm a massive fan of the jerseys that they've got as well. The skull design going around the side, I love it.
Yeah, Mason just saw the preteen female division go up. Let's see if he has formulated his game plan. Oh, nice, setting back perfectly.
Brilliant underbars that we're seeing already. Ooh, careful, just missed that grab on the dragon, but immediately salvages himself. He wants to set a fast precedent so the others have to follow him and him not to have to follow the others.
Okay, Mason gets onto the cliff. 20 seconds left. Should be plenty of time. Gets the legs up for the boot scoot and finishes in style.
Perfect. Very, very nice way to start things out. Very happy with how that went. 34 was that? Yeah, 34.38 seconds. Reeled that trapezoid out immediately. Solid underbar on that second wheel too. Loved that. And overall efficiency, that's one of the cleanest runs we've seen the entire weekend. Let's see if the rest of everyone here is able to come on through. Next up is Elliot Schloffel, coming out of the Gravity Forge, coached by Jackson Erdos, repping the shirt. Lovely to see. He likes tech obstacles, but mostly the flying bar. There's a flying bar later on in challenge course. Let's see if he can compete there later or compete here earlier. With that underbar, he's looking to get one of them later times running. No!
Oh, you know what? I appreciate the bravery there from Elliot. He really tried to shoot himself to the dragon head. Let's look at that again. Yeah, spinning across the disc. His right hand got on there too. He was so close.
That was respectful, I'll say. That was a very respectful effort. I wonder if that's unlocked any ideas for the other preteen males and any people that are going to be running tomorrow, possibly. We have Joseph Comerford coming out of Warren, New Jersey, representing Next Level out here with the orange jersey. Here he moves.
Yeah, actually skipping steps off to a blazing start. Joseph, sets his hips perfectly to skip the final flywheel. And now Joseph facing backwards. Is he going to do a crazy jump or turn around for the impact?
I'm going to turn around here on the course. 27 seconds as he pulls his way onto the TikTok. No pullback, but he's going to try and move immediately. Yes, okay, good. Just under 20 seconds now as he gets the boot scoot. Lachey's over and long jumps, and we have 33!
Wow, okay. Didn't even use the skateboard, by the way, just leaving it to collect dust like a forgotten trend.
Look at that again. Didn't opt to reel that TikTok in, but I respect the Lachey over because that can have a lot of impact going down, and then the long jump off of that that skateboard. Absolutely insane. But now, Joshua Saraceno. We've seen a Saraceno already compete out here, coming out of Middlefield, Connecticut. Here we go. Joshua competed, started Ninja even in 2022. He's done 48 competitions this season. I think that's a brand new record we've seen for this weekend.
Look at him go, Billy. He's already on to the latter half of the course. And going into the TikTok pillar, he shows no signs of slowing down.
This is brilliant so far. 25 seconds as he gets the Lachey down. Is he going to get it? 27.5! Joshua Saraceno coming through. Absolutely banging. Look at that. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, look at that. That's just bonkers. No backswings. Backswing is not in this kid's vocabulary. He was a little bit squirrely there coming off the boot scoot. Decided to ride the skateboard to the end and finish out his run in spectacular fashion.
All right, Lucas Brozina has competed 19 times throughout the season so far. Coming out of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Part of Team Next Level, 50 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he's going to fare. Immediately shoots it out, but he's going to have to awkwardly set himself back. But he's done that very, very well. Let's see how he carries on here.
Yeah, similar technique to what we saw from our top finisher, but the legs get all crisscrossed. Had to take a backswing. Lucas, though, no worries. That's not going to make him falter here, especially this late on the course. He's got a boot scoot and
that was a scrape? No way. Okay, he must have felt it. He must have felt some impact there because he knew. That's unfortunate, man. Oh, wow. Very, very unfortunate. You could see there Lucas was really trying to get one of those times.
Wow.
His foot, though, literally as soon as his main body was out of frame of that mat, it just wasn't able to happen. Jack DeLuca coming out of Stanford Ninja Academy. First time we've seen that gym represented.
All right, Jack. Off to the races here. I do believe he's one of our shorter athletes. It's hard to tell, but Jack, how will he play his cards here? An extra swing and finds that dragon head. So far, so good. Jack, overall, oh, nice there with the sort of hip set, but it doesn't leave him.
20 seconds. He's going to try his best to move on through at a fast pace. At this point, he's going to try and beat some of the field here. 37.25 seconds as he gets to the buzzer. Very, very nice to see Jack DeLuca pulling along through without a problem right there. 37.25. That's oddly enough going to put him around the middle field of clears that we've seen so far. But we still have 6 more opportunities for the fastest time to be stolen.
Man, those long jumps are crazy. Michael Lysenko is our next athlete, though. In the meantime, in the here and now, we were just talking about height. Michael also looks rather tall.
Here we go, Michael, coming out of Yorktown Heights, New York. Gets a solid set there. You could see he had a lot of weight behind that, which is honestly a very solid move to do. 5 foot tall. Started Ninja in 2019, trying to use that experience, but the dragon is really not agreeing with him.
Yeah, dragon spitting fire at him,
hey,
and he
doesn't even need
it.
There you go. Lovely stuff there from Michael. 20 seconds now. Michael Lysenko gets a solid link there on that cliff. Pulls back on the boot scoot, legs up on the cross there. 39.39 seconds. Brilliant.
Yeah, a bit of a royal flush there, 39.39. Yeah, outside of that little whiff on the dragon, which could have been trouble, I mean, way to adjust on the fly. It wasn't cooperating, and he decided to throw himself across the gap.
Hey, man, it worked out well for him. Ended up with a clear at the end of the day. Brilliant stuff. 5 more athletes, first of which being Cameron Baker. Coming out of Flemington, New Jersey. He's competed 9 times throughout season 11. Age 12 for the season. He's getting ready to go.
Yep, another next level guy. Oh, and he unhooked it immediately. Whoa, that was
Solid.
efficient
Yes,
as can be.
dude. This is very, very efficient right here. One of the fastest times, the fastest time to this point. Cameron's looking for a top time. Reeling in that TikTok, immediately goes out to the cliff, underbars it. Has he lost the ring? No, he hasn't. He's gonna come on through here. No! He just lost his footing.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. When you come off the boot scoot, if you don't have yourself set completely forward, as he might have done, also he might have tripped on his own feet, and that took him off the course. Still though, I mean, we know he's a very capable athlete. I hope to see some of that in the challenge course.
Right then. 4 more athletes. Kieran Martin going to be starting them out. Starting Ninja 2021-24 competitions of the season under his belt here in terms of experience. Let's see if he can use it to worth here on the placement course. Gonna pull out that trapeze. Easy stuff there.
Yeah, nice little underbar that we've been seeing, and now little.
That was
hop and
really
link.
nice. I'm a fan of that. 30 seconds as he pulls along through. Isn't able to reel in that TikTok, so he might need to get a bit more momentum if he wants to jump out to it. You can see he's trying his best to get a bit more. Here he goes, pulling back, gets it, and he's gonna run a crow!
33.
That was some fire. That's one of the most head-on, streamlined exits we've seen from the boot scoot. We saw a bunch of links there too. Oh my, that was a good way to end things.
No kidding. We just saw Kieran take a dive into the buzzer. Yeah, look at that. Sheesh. Outside of that TikTok slip up, that was still a second place time.
We could be seeing our fastest time be crushed. It's currently held by Joshua Saraceno at 27.5 seconds. Let's see if Elliot Shensai is able to pull on through here. Here he goes. He's gonna link down here. He's a New York City 7th grader who has been training at Brooklyn Ninja Academy for 4 years. He's getting ready to go, swinging on down. 30 seconds as he turns around.
Okay. Gets onto that trapeze. Not going too aggressive, but I respect it, honestly, because you know the saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Elliot finds that ring and is out of there. Whoa! No! Okay.
Look at that. I thought that scared you there, but I had faith. He still made it across the entire gap. 35.86 to the buzzer for Elliot Shensai. Brilliant.
You got it close.
Yeah, honestly, you couldn't really see his back foot there, but he still made it.
All right, 2 left. Aiden Ayers, second to last of the placement course. You can see, what is that? Slim on his back?
Seems like his nickname. Here he goes. Gonna have some slim approaches. He's gonna eject it immediately. Okay, I like the thinking, but he's still gonna take a backswing to be safe, setting his hips back and underbarring accordingly. Height of 4'5", wingspan of 4'7", should help him on obstacles like the dragon where you got to reach out, and it does.
Okay, jumping around, going quick on the obstacles themselves, a little gingerly in between, but from here to the end is just obstacle upon obstacle. Aiden Ayers gets onto that ring. Oh, cuts it a little close.
He's fine. He's gonna have to skate it forward, and he's got it. 40.99.
Yeah, puts him towards the beginning of the preteen male run order, but a buzzer is still a buzzer. And honestly, the margins are so tight that just a little difference in technique can vary your placement on the run order.
Indeed so. I'm excited to see what the leaderboard has to offer for us when we have everything sorted out. One more competitor left to change it, though. 5'6", Hudson Jenkins coming on here. One of the tallest athletes in our preteen division here today, representing the Jackson Erdos shirt. Let's see how he fares. He's been at the Warrior Factory in Syracuse for 3 seasons, ready to represent in a very good fashion.
Also, this kid is 5'6" at apparently 12. This kid could dunk on me.
Here we go. Just a bit of time. He's not moving at the fastest pace, but it seems like he just wants to move efficiently to the buzzer. which he's going to try and do. Reel in off of that trapeze and immediately off to that cliff.
Okay, find that ring and should be a straight shot to the end. Big pull back and a jump across.
44.49. That was absolutely brilliant there. A tiny bit slower than the rest of his peers, but he made up for it with that boot scoot immediately coming in and making that very long jump off of that board. Very, very nice.
Wow, excellent showing from all of our athletes. What can I say? We had nearly everyone finish the placement course. Just a few silly mistakes here and there, but still can be made up in the outgoing challenge course. But what are the names to look out for, Billy?
I mean, obviously, Joshua Saraceno carrying the family name from earlier on in today, holding down the fastest time. Absolutely lovely to see that. And then obviously we have 9 or that's 10 out of 13 clears, right? Because we have okay, wait, no,
Hudson, that one's coming off the board on the bottom.
All right, so that is 10 out of 13 clears there. Very, very solid ratio. But it's even then, it seems like the lower people, even though you've got a clear, but it was slow, then you're just going to have to see what happens overall. We only had 3 non-finishers out here, so it looks like Elliot Schloffel is going to be the first runner when we come over to the challenge course. But it was still moving very fast. Wanted to go for a big send, and with retries, that's possible. We had all but 2 people clear, it looks like, or Brandy. Yeah, Brandy sadly wasn't able to clear. So that's 7 out of 9 people who made it to the buzzer, with Emily Boko taking the first place spot. So she'll be running last, but the first person to take on the challenge course later on is going to be Lillian Scarlett.
All right, well, with that all said and done, we are going to be taking a quick intermission so we can set up the challenge course. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a few short minutes.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slime chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your truck. Slap trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Welcome back, everybody, to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 4 Qualifier out here at Next Level Ninja in Flemington, New Jersey. My name is Billy Dix, and I am joined alongside Kane Malden here on the commentary. We just wrapped up our placement course for the preteen division, about to go into challenge. What's the verdict, Kane?
I was absolutely blown away by what happened in placement, which I guess it's to be expected. At a certain point, the athletes just get absolutely bonkers and they throw everything out and see what sticks, if anything. But now we'll be going into the challenge course, which is something a little bit more difficult and pumpy, but does have the safety net of the retry system behind it. So I guess we'll see who comes out on top.
Indeed, so we have our retry system enabled, which means that all of our athletes have 2 retries available, meaning that if you fall on one obstacle, you have the ability to retry it again, and if you follow through with that obstacle and you clear it, you can carry on with your course run. You have got 2 opportunities to do such a thing. If you fail an obstacle twice, then that's going to be you finished. If you fail 3 separate obstacles, you're finished as well. If you run out of time, you're finished, and the only other possible scenario is a clear. So there's 4 different ways a run can go out here. We've got 21 athletes. We have 9 females and 12 males out here ready to go for our challenge course. We saw them on placement. One of our only few non-finishers was here, actually, Lillian Scarlett. Sorry, I wasn't able to read tiny text. Excuse me. Coming out of Norwalk, Connecticut, she was the lowest result on the entirety of the placement course. So that has led her to have the earliest running seed for our challenge course, which is unfortunate, meaning she won't be able to see as many people. She won't be able to see anyone run, really, on her way up to her run. But Emily Boko was able to get the fastest clear time on the placement course, meaning she has the capability to see every single preteen female runner before her, which is honestly very exciting to see. And it looks like we're going to be starting our demo run very shortly. There's a large possibility of it. We're going to be seeing our 10 obstacle long challenge course. Let's see how it's been adjusted for our preteens.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen in prior divisions just how difficult this challenge course can be, where, I don't know, it gets pretty tough to handle. But, oh, going straight in. Okay, this is different.
Right, okay, so it looks like they're gonna have to use it like the rope maze from Viking and basically like have it go around the pipe in a sense. So we have okay, this is a massive difference. We have the sideways going straight into the orange slices. Following that is going to be a trapeze lâché over to a low-hanging ring. Okay, this has just gotten buffed dramatically. We've had a difference in every obstacle now. Okay, this is kind of insane.
Oh,
now we move
one ring!
Okay, fellas. Abby, Joe, Brandon, what are you doing, bro? Stop. What is this? What is this?
I think they saw what happened in the mature kids division and they wanted no part of that ever again.
Well, that's very evil. That's very evil of them. So we move up there. It looks like there's 2 nunchucks and then some weird angled cliffs following on to the palm flip. And then we bound over to a VL, starting things out. We have a VL lâché for preteens. All right.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a backward cliff, and it seems thin, and the guy was using his thumbs.
Guess it could be. Ooh, okay. This is looking pretty ugly for our preteens.
Here we go. So to finalize it out, we've got these big cubes here. Oh, it looks like they're different angles. They were all just one consecutive line before, but now they're at different angles. And to finalize things out, we have a flying bar courtesy of Charlie Ball here. Okay, so it's kind of like up for grabs, but not really. So you fly up to a bar that's on a small track. You have to go down with it, which is harder than going up because you have to control it going down, which is kind of insane.
No kidding. That is something. That is a sight to behold. Now, we were talking about how our preteens kind of steamrolled the placement course. And now they're going to have to meet their match in the form of this challenge course. What do you think is going to be the obstacle to look out for?
All of them at this point. I think there aren't any that have stayed the same at all. I can't think of a single one that's just, yeah, nothing has stayed the same. Every single thing has been adjusted. Even the beginning, where you have to go and watch out for that tree, and then, like, immediately going to a rope without a platform to rest on. That's absolutely insane. So we have every obstacle here. Riding the bull, gonna be a full body obstacle challenge, I think, because you have to utilize a lot of core strength to pull yourself forward and control yourself going back to hook yourself on the vertical pole.
Wow. Ooh. I'm a little bit stunned, but I think something I've learned watching the preteens compete over the years is that they are very, very good at what they do. I don't think they get a ton of credit, but it's hard to say.
I think it largely depends on a geographical sense of things, because some regions can have a really strong stacked preteen male and female field, like this one where we have 21 athletes here. But in the past competitions that we've seen out here at Premier Series, we've had basically all divisions dwindling in a sense when it comes to numbers compared to what we've been seeing for this competition out here at Next Level Ninja. And I think that's going to continue with these coming comps as they're in more populated areas. Next week we're in Texas, which is quite populated, so we could see numbers go up there because it's one of the only southern ones that we've got going on at Austin Ninjas. Carolina will probably be very stacked. Vitality will be more stacked than this, I'm betting you. True Function will have a fair amount of Brits and Europeans. Life Force will come along and be very stacked for the Northwest. We have Dexterity that'll be quite stacked on the youth side of things, at least. District 44 is the only French one, so of course Albany will be about the same as this, probably, because it's New York and various others. But we're now moving on to our first competitor. The person who unfortunately got the worst result on the placement course is going to be Lillian Scarlett. She comes at the disadvantage of not being able to see anyone run the course before her besides the demo runner. Thankfully, they were able to clear all the obstacles, so Lillian must have been paying a lot of attention to it.
Yeah, I don't think looking at the other divisions is really going to help too much. It's a far cry from where we started this lovely Saturday morning. But, well, Lillian's just going to have to grin and bear it, I guess, as you do in Ninja.
Here we go. Lillian Scarlett making her way through now. This is going to be a difficult one because right after that board, you're going to have to go into the bull hold and then moving along onto this bar.
All right.
Grabbing along here, sliding, but you need to grab the ring and kind of mast the rope over. But that swing that you've got continuing is probably going to be a difficult one to control if you don't get it immediately.
Yeah, with that said, though, Lillian's got good control of it. Oh,
that was close. That was a very difficult one to sculpt. But here goes Lillian on the sideways board. Going to go straight over onto the orange slice, which she's got on both sides. I would have opted for only one side there, but I appreciate the send. Here she goes. Going to come along into either the dismount or that mallet. The dismount it is. Lovely.
Yeah, I think the mallet's for the later divisions. But Lillian, here we go. This propeller into the board, you know, going for the ring I feel like is harder than the propeller itself, and you see why there it kind of went all crazy on her.
Yeah, it's a very small surface area compared to the entirety of that propeller. It's also very low hanging as well, so your body orientation is going to be thrown off to try and not foot tap anything. Let's see if Lillian can avenge herself here.
Oh no, she kicked it. That's going to be tricky. Maybe can use the feet to ride the ship here.
Is she going to static? Ooh, is it a foot tap?
No.
She's fine.
Incidental.
There we go. Lovely stuff.
Okay, Lillian brings it back. That's good to see. But it doesn't get any easier. This balance obstacle Oh, the spinner
Oh,
immediately rejects her.
That's really not going to be kind to our athletes here. It looks like the orientation is really not going to work. I would almost consider skipping that step entirely and then just sending it to the second one. Oh, but just the tap is sadly... Oh, wait, no, she's fine. Possibly.
They're giving it to her?
Incidental. She might have already hit the end platform by the time... Oh, okay, no, that's going to be it regardless, sadly. Lily and Scarlet sadly down now. That's going to be a killer, that one. I would advise not even going for the little holds in the little clamp things. Just using the poles by themselves might be enough.
Yeah, that's what we saw our demo run do. Because the little sockets, yeah, she definitely foot tap on the floor. I guess it doesn't really matter. That one's a little bit more unambiguous. But still, as the first run, you're kind of fighting an uphill battle on a course like this.
Brandy Miller. She was the first person to run the placement course earlier. Let's see how she's going to fare coming into this challenge course. 18 competitions of experience for this year alone. Let's see how she's going to fare coming out of Eastern Pennsylvania. It's a difficult course, this one, updated for the masses here at the Preteens. It's going to be exciting to see how they can adapt.
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward dismount as well off this wall because the special delivery is shaky. It doesn't cater to your needs here as easily as a ring. Oh, no.
That might have been an intense rope burn there, sadly. I don't know if that would have been any joy to Brandy in any case. But here she goes. Everything being set up correctly for her. Time ticks away again. Can she get a bigger swing over? Needs to calculate the grab and no!
Oh,
yeah, it looks like she was shaking her hand. I think a rope burn must have gotten to our Brandy. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I saw her shaking her hands a little bit in pain. Yeah, you see there it was the right hand there. Yeah, it's just what happens when the skin doesn't respond to your ninja axe kindly. It feels like a searing pain. But Aaron Kennedy, I'm sure all of our preteens know what a flapper feels like.
Erin here, gonna try her best to see through what Brandy wasn't able to do, sadly. She's seen what can go wrong here. Being in control of a rope like this is a very hard thing to do. Let's see if she can fathom it. Misses out on that ring just like Brandy did. So it seems like coming at a ring at such a high speed might be the tricky part. But she's got it. Needs to hook it over and pull it down. Hopefully she's got it.
Yeah, I think so. The dismount is the easy part, I would reckon, but you can never take anything on this course for granted, or any ninja course for that matter.
Here we go, Erin Kennedy. Gonna try and get the sideways Lachey getting going. Gets the grab, lovely stuff. I would have struggled on that move personally. I think it's a very dynamic shift in body position. But regardless, Erin has got it. 2 minutes and 10 seconds now. Coming along into right here. Gonna give it a go. I was thinking maybe staticking it, but it's a very, very long reach, but she's got it.
Yeah, that's what I thought would be the optimal plan. You kind of lead with one hand, and then the next hand comes a lot easier. But the balance, that's not easy for anyone. The great equalizer of Ninja, that cost her her first retry.
Here we go.
All right, spin it again. Aaron.
Oh, yes, that's the one. Okay, so it seems like the tech is going to be just stepping in the middle of the circles there, and then it's going to minimize the amount of spin that's going to put your ankles out of control. Erin, though, what are we going to see here? This is a very difficult obstacle to properly grasp around. You need a long bit of airtime, but it's very hard without just falling back.
Yeah, usually you just rely on the torque between the object and what it's actually secured into to keep yourself on the wall. But here you have to rely on that brief period of weightlessness, and she can't do it on her second go.
This is a very tough one. Are we going to see anyone get through this? It's one that really requires a lot of height, I think, and a lot of reaction. You need to pull forward very, very quickly, and for a long amount of time, too.
I think it is doable. I wouldn't count our preteens out just yet. Ooh, it's always so scary looking at that balance obstacle. That's like roll your ankle central. But yeah, the ring hop doesn't pull any punches.
Here we go. La Juliana Luongo.
Yeah, Longo.
Out here, coming out of Norwalk, Connecticut. 23 seasons of experience this year. Let's see if she can use it to her goodwill on these Premier Series obstacles. It's been a very tough one for our preteen females so far. Let's see if our 11-year-old Juliana is able to make her way through.
Yeah, Juliana quickly onto the bar as well. No hesitation. And would you look at that? Finds the ring immediately. There we go. That's the kind of urgency I was hoping to see.
With that, she has the biggest lead so far. She might lose a couple of seconds by chalking up at the start line on her second opinion here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Can she get it? Yes. Okay, she is able to move on through.
Okay, yeah, that ledge is very forgiving. It's very in-cut. It's like a jug. So Juliana able to dig in now. This is where the going gets rough. This propeller, she catches easily. Juliana, very clean run so far.
Very good at the minute. Juliana now has 20 seconds above everyone else.
Ooh.
Is that a slip? No. Okay, but it seemed like very rough going out there. She had a lot of speed coming off of that. Hopefully that didn't hinder her.
Well, in any case, Juliana bumps into the lead, but she's got to carry on here. It's not enough to just get to this obstacle quick. You got to be cognizant of what comes next.
Yes,
She makes it.
We're seeing progress. This is nice tech from Juliana. This is what all of our athletes need to be doing.
No!
Just be careful. No, bro, you could see she was devastated at that one. She has to do that again now. Her core strength is going to be very much drained.
I don't know what that obstacle challenges a lot of parts of the body. You got to pull inward with the core, with the arms. It's a lot of different body areas that this obstacle challenges. Juliana, she's got to beat this obstacle twice, basically. The double-edged sword of the challenge course format.
Careful.
She could do it again, though. Come on.
She's got a bit more control, and she's got it. Okay, this is very good, but time is ticking. It seems like if you really want a solid shot at clearing the course in its entirety, then you really need to move along this course and not use a retry on riding the bull.
Or if you do, be fast with it. But Juliana can't get onto the nunchucks.
It is a very difficult lache that. Going upward on vertical grabs there, that's a tough ask.
Yeah, because gravity does nothing but pull you down on those vertical holds. And there's nothing for your fingers to really give in to.
Here we go, Juliana taking her second swing out of it here. She's got the grabs, but these awkward facing cliffs are going to be next. They're on weird angles as well. Will the fingers be able to hold it? She's having a bit of trouble gaining some ground.
Oh, I'm not sure about her chances here. She just tries to go for a pop. Can't get there, though.
Really not going to be able to get that there. Very fast going out on that ring and rope combo there, but just unfortunately, it was taking too many retries and too much time overall on the poles there with the ring. Really not a favorite here at Next Level.
Yeah, she basically had to do that obstacle twice. By the time she got to this point, you gotta think she was exhausted, but still, the first competitor to beat the ring, that is commendable.
Leah Bryan coming out of Brookline, New Hampshire. I think that is NH, is it?
I think so. I think so.
All right, there we go. British person tries to do American geography, somehow succeeds. New Hampshire, yeah, there we go. Okay, Leah Bryan coming along through, getting ready to go. It's going to be an interesting one here. Let's see how we fare. 3-minute 15 time limit. It won't be that too far away now until we start writing out some Premier Series final slots. We only have a few more people to go in the preteen female division. We're going to see if Leah here is going to be able to move on through this. Her third season in the WNL, finished 4th last year at PS Finals and got 8th in the New England Regionals. Her favorite courses are challenge courses, as she's able to love tech obstacles. But these are some tech variables that I have never seen before in a course like this. So it's important to note how the adaptability is going to be able to move on through. She's comfortable on speed and burnout too. She's been working on that. She can now do a 12-foot lache, which will help her out. This year, she's been learning how to do how to rig and design courses this year with her coaches James Burns and Gavin Obi. Shout out them. Let's see how Leah is able to fare.
Yeah, I mean, the first 3 obstacles went down pretty quick. This propeller, though, ooh, all right, not bad at all. Leah, she does dabble in a bit of skiing. Maybe she's familiar with the rough terrain, but nothing like this. These spinners, spin it, yes!
Very difficult there. I really hope Dion Trigg isn't watching, so he puts these in on his course on True Function. I might just leave the building. Leah Bryan coming along, 1 minute and 40 seconds, pulling up and through. Careful, the slip on the foot is going to cause the problems, but didn't have enough backwards momentum to pull on.
Yeah, I was noticing there when the ring got snagged, her legs were still, I would say, a little bit to the left of that, and it caused her to twist and swing, which is not an ideal body positioning. Can she correct on the second go, though?
1 minute, 20 seconds. Trying her best to pull on through here. She's getting a consistent rhythm. Can she keep it going as the pull strength is starting to dwindle here as time progresses? Can she get it? Yes, she can. Okay, here we go. Our Ascend representative there, moving along through.
Okay, but it's not going to get any easier. She is locked into second unless she can be the first to beat the cliffs, and she is looking much stronger. The fingers are holding, and she skips!
Come on, that's really, really good. Leah thrusts herself into first place with that clear of that obstacle. But now here we go. We are moving now on to just cliffs, which is not only just cliffs anymore. It seems like it's a vertical limit now too. Here we go, Leah.
Oh, interesting.
Try her best to pull on through. 25 seconds, getting onto that side. This is a big ask for her. She's grimacing a bit. Keep on pushing, Leah. Come on.
Oh, come on. Don't let up now. Yes, I think that's it. 12 seconds.
10 seconds now as we move on to these cubes. It's going to be a difficult one to fathom here. Unfortunately, isn't able to get it with 6 seconds left. I think that's her fate sealed on this course. Gonna give it another go, though. Giving some chalk out.
Yeah, I think she's just run out of steam. Such a technical move this late into the course. That's going to do it for Leah's run. But way to make progress on this challenge course.
You can see here a lot of adaptability when things weren't going too well, but she had already an incredible pace. But on this obstacle here, things just weren't working out for her to start, but she got a solid rhythm, and then the adaptability and just pulling along through on this palm flip worked out incredibly for her, and the cliffs were no match for her. Easy stuff, but sadly just going out on the cubes there. It seems like she was just a bit too gassed to make any proper progress on it, which is honestly fair enough because it is a very tough challenge course. But now we're moving on to Dallas Peoples coming out of Westport, Massachusetts.
Yep, Ninja D was one of our earlier runs in the placement course. We're going to see if the chicken nuggets can carry her to being our first preteen female buzzer on this course.
Here we go. She's the second year here at WNL, affiliated gym with Vitality is where she trains out of. So hopefully she's going to come to Vitality's qualifier in just a few weeks. She began making moves in the Ninja World for the past 2 years, bringing dedication, consistency, and focus to every single course, training 5 days a week at Vitality. She's always pushing limits, building strength, and sharpening skills with one goal in mind to get better every single day. And this is now culminated in an incredible run that we're seeing right here as she moves on straight into Ring Around the Rosie right here.
Yep, ring around the rosy. We are seeing more and more competitors get through it, and Dallas will keep her lead in the green. But now Dallas, oh, that foot was just super far back, spun right off the cylinder there.
Gonna want to aim for the middle of the wheels here, so less spin can be adapted here, but it's still a chance of quite a bit of spin. Here she goes, 1, 2, 3. She gets it second time around. Dallas Peoples now gonna try and move along through it at a very fast pace. Known for a strong work ethic and positive energy, she shows up ready to put in the work and have fun doing it, whether it's tackling new obstacles like this one right here that she's definitely never seen before, or completing under pressure. There's no backing down here. She goes. Third one, it's in the hook, which is risky, and it's a bit stuck. She needs to force it out. This is harsh right here for Dallas. Here we go.
Oh.
Is she looking at the dismount platform already?
Yeah, she is rather close. Yes, Dallas!
Yes, all right, nice, good. 13.8 seconds ahead as well. If she's able to push through the rest of these obstacles at a fast pace, we could be seeing great things happen.
Yeah, Dallas making it through that ring obstacle on her first go, that's huge. But from here, it's going to be super hard on the fingertips if it hasn't been already. Is she going to opt for the skip? I think that may be the beta break that's been introduced. On behalf of Leah Bryan, Dallas makes the grab.
This is brilliant so far. 56 seconds left, 14 seconds ahead of Leah to this point as well. Really going to have to try and get a solid pace moving into it, though, because time is ticking if she wants to get through and probably get herself a Premier Series final slot. She has to clear this obstacle faster than Leah if she wants it.
Yeah, and the grab is super inconvenient as well. You almost have to grab it like a book hold. So that doesn't help matters at all. But Dallas, staying alive, staying alive. Come on, oh, the fingers are giving a little bit, but she's got to look for that platform. Come on, don't give up now. Yes!
Yeah, though, she's got it. 3.7 seconds ahead. This is brilliant right now.
And with that, Dallas is guaranteed a spot in the Premier Series finals. Can't get the block, but all is well. I think she's going to be very, very happy with that result. Just one more try inside of 6 and some change seconds left.
Here we go, trying to get it up. Nearly gets it, but sadly just falls down there, losing a bit of grip. But Dallas Peoples, with that performance, is a shoo-in for the Premier Series finals. That was very much well-deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. Fought through every stage of the game here. Yeah, you can see was much better on that second attempt. Stepped right in the middle, exactly where you need to be. But eventually, the toll of a long burnout course such as this catches up, and she couldn't make it onto the block, but still, what a great run. She's got to be proud of that.
Indeed, so we have 3 more athletes left to go in the preteen female division, first of which being Nala Jackson, out here coming out of Congas, New York. She is getting ready to go. She got 3rd place at the head-to-head New England regionals. Is it New England or Northeast? I think it's New England. Here she goes. Or North. Oh, I don't know if New York is in Northeast or New England. I'm having a mare. 3rd place
That would be New England.
Winner at the New England regional. Okay, there we go. Special skills for her include fast balance transitions, huge power, and being cool under pressure. That's going to be very, very good. Northeast. Coming along through here, Nala Jackson. Going to have a very solid run, hopefully. Wants to get one of the faster times. She was able to get a very fast run coming into placement earlier. Let's see if she can come in on challenge with an equal mindset.
Yeah, again, trying to push the pace once more. Our competitors have been trying to push the envelope here, how fast they can go, obviously to notch themselves further on the leaderboard ahead of the others. Nala, fast balance transitions are her specialty, but she spins out.
Very, very harsh there. It's definitely a retry eater, is the step obstacle. Nala Jackson gonna try and do it again.
No, but it gets her again.
Nala is sadly down and out. That's not gonna be enough to get a Premier Series final slot. Sadly for Nala, still did a very, very good effort there. I'm hoping we can see her soon enough on another Northeastern qualifier, but you can see here it was just on the top of that wheel and sadly just had to go too far off course, which means that our athlete who is currently in second place at the minute, which is Leah Bryan, has now gotten herself into the Premier Series finals. Let's see if Emily Boko is able to move on through now as well.
Yeah, Emily does have the resume to prove that she is a very, very capable athlete. That and obviously placing second in the placement course. But in the here and now, Emily
is getting it. Lovely stuff there. Trying to transfer her swing in the desired direction. She's spending a bit too much time here. Her grip might be tight later on. Is that fine? Yeah, you're all good. Okay, Emily now. Coming out of Danbury, Connecticut, 5 foot, wingspan of 5'2". That'll help on some of the more reach-oriented obstacles. This can be one of them if she looks at it that way. 2 minutes 35 as she takes the dismount, moving into Ring Around the Rosie.
Emily, okay, that was a little bit of a close call earlier, but she survives, no issues. All right, but the Ring Around the Rosie, you know, she really was spinning like a ring around the Rosie, but Emily, oh, come on. Oh,
yes,
that was
first
close.
Time around. That's going to save her a bit of time, as is apparent with the green split of 3.7 seconds ahead. Emily is now trying to, it's kind of like a sideways salmon ladder in a way. It's really weird to try and describe.
Yeah, you know, sorta. But Emily, wow, getting through that on her first go is going to do wonders for her time. In fact, I believe that is going to be enough for a Premier Series final slot.
Emily now trying to move on through. She's got a lot of power coming into this Lachey. Gets the nunchucks. Is she going to be able to move on through these cliffs now? She's going to go for the big Lachey. That seems like what she's going to try and do. Doesn't want too much of a backswing to peel off. She misses, though. Sadly, doesn't have enough swing.
Oh, no. Not ideal positioning here, but has saved herself a good chunk of time, so maybe this can be recovered.
It's very much possible. Emily Boko out here. 1 minute and 10 seconds. Really just wants to get through here. She's qualified for the Premier Series finals at this point as well, which is brilliant to see. Let's see if she can pull on through even quicker now. Here we go, trying to get that swing orientated. Will she have enough power to get through? She touched the palm flip, but sadly isn't able to pull on through. That's unfortunate, as we have Emily just sadly going away there.
I apologize profusely. That was not Emily. That was Alyssa Young.
Really?
I believe. That was a NinjaWorks error.
Oh, right, okay. So,
oh,
Alyssa,
I am so sorry.
yeah, I don't know how that happened there. We apologize on our end for that one. So, looks like that's Alyssa there, also qualified for Premier Series Finals, is in Alyssa's hands, as we now move on to our final competitor, who is going to be Emily Boko.
Yeah, that's actually Emily.
I couldn't remember if it was Emily or Alyssa. They got the fastest time on placement, so I was thinking, surely that's right, but it isn't. So, yeah, hey.
I apologize profusely. But yeah, this is actually Emily, the final preteen runner.
All right. They're just going to let the name be set back up again properly, and then we'll be back and all ready to go soon enough.
But yeah, one more competitor. Now, I believe she finished in a time of, what was it? It was like 33, 34 seconds, I want to say. It was
about that time. Yeah. Seems about right. on the placement course, it was 33.91, Emily's finishing time.
Which I guess is not too far from Alyssa's pace, which was a time of 35 and some change. But who knows? Maybe it could be the difference maker. Honestly, I think that a buzzer could happen here for Emily, but what this course asks, even though it's a challenge course, you almost got to treat it like a flow course in a way, because a retry could be devastating to your time.
That's what I try and do when I'm running a challenge course, and it often works, to be honest, when it comes down to getting through obstacles as efficiently as possible. I'm like, if I lose a retry here, then that just makes me even more nervous, because it gives me an extra second to evaluate the obstacle. But at the same time, if it's like, if I fail this obstacle, I'm finished. So it's really hard to properly gauge the mental state, which is why I have so much respect for these young athletes taking on these ninja courses at such a young age.
That's true. With that said, we should be able to get this run set up shortly. Overall, I don't know. I guess we're just getting a glimpse at how tough a challenge course can really be, because sometimes we really just see a challenge course get, I don't know, absolutely slammed by our competitors. But on the other side, we see stuff like this, or like some of Modus's challenge courses, where it can be absolutely brutal, pummeling our competitors.
We can see it looks like Emily getting iced a little bit on the start line right here, just trying to stretch out. Getting iced on a start line like this is a very, very difficult prospect out here, because your mind goes through so many different places. You don't know whether you should already trust your plan, or if you're looking over the course again, or trying to change anything in your mind, or where you need to get up to a certain obstacle, blah, blah, blah. There's so many different variables that it honestly gets lost in the source of everything when it comes to running a challenge course.
Yeah, that's true, I believe. Having a talk here with Coach Henry. Very nice to see. Yeah, I mean, with all this time that you kind of have waiting at the start line, I mean, what are you going to do? Just wait there? No, I think this is a very smart way of going about it. Must be very intense being the final runner, because now you know what you got to do.
Just taking a bit more time to try and get Emily back on the system here. Needs to get to around the cliffs if she wants to get a certified Premier Series slot here. It is a very difficult task knowing the adjusted obstacles ahead. Very, very hard to do in an efficient manner as well, particularly with riding the bull. That obstacle really doesn't like anybody here.
Yeah, so to get secured a spot in the Premier Series finals, Emily is going to have to beat Riding the Bull in a time of 1:57 or less. That will be enough. Or she can just beat the obstacle that comes after that. But preferably get through each of these obstacles in due time. Cliffs and palm flips, you don't want to get hung up on. It's a very grip-intensive obstacle.
What's your least favorite obstacle that you would like to try on this course? Because I think it's kind of obvious.
My least favorite obstacle? Oh, that's
Well,
tough.
not least favorite, but the one you'd want to attempt the most, because that's kind of mean to the course designers in that sense. But regardless, it looks like that we're going to be seeing Emily take it on now. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the eyes of the beholder. Some course designers would absolutely love to have their courses be called evil. I don't know. All right.
Here we go. So just to reference, this is Emily, who's running. We're going to try and get the name sorted out soon. But regardless, she's going to try her best to move on through at a very solid pace here, moving back on that ring. Going to try and hook the rope on.
Yeah, I mean, a nice easy glide back. That's how you do it, Alyssa. Now facing the orange slice, easy does it, catches it with so much composure.
Here she goes, trying to get the top spot. She was the fastest on placement. Can she be the fastest on challenge? Emily's really going to try her best, but she seemed like she wanted to static it. Just wasn't working, so she eventually drops on down to it. It's going to be a very bashes into that bar, but it seems like it's the right way to go for her.
Yeah, I was wondering where she was going, but looks like that worked out for her in the end. Alyssa, here she goes. Oh, no!
Oh, that was a tough fall there. Yeah, it looks like she's wincing. That might have taken the wind out of her in a sense. So let's see if she's still able to come on through. It looks like she's injured her legs in some form, but she's trying to compose herself.
Yeah, hopefully.
Big ask for her here.
Hasn't pulled anything. Come on. Second try is much better. Alyssa, though, with about 40 seconds to catch Juliana here. Oh, no, the foot tap.
The foot tap for Emily there is just sadly going to make her lose a second retry. But it seems like she's having a bit of trouble with her legs. That might not be able to get her through here if she's not able to use them. Needs to fight through the pain and hopefully get through.
All right, Emily. That's both of her retries, but if she can get through this in time, no!
Oh, no! Oh, that's devastating. It seems like she's okay. But, oh man, it's really, really unfortunate because it looked like she'd had it for a second, but even then, she bashed her, looked like a shoulder blade into that pole, which was already a bad part. And then the rough tumble on her first go on the steps really didn't help either.
Yeah, might have taken the wind out of the sails, but still a great run. This is not to admonish the effort that she put up on the placement course, which was a top time. But that's going to do it. Our top 4 has been decided in the preteen female division, but we're not done. We have a couple more preteen male competitors still to come.
So that means Dallas Peoples is the top runner for the Premier Series out here at the Next Level Ninja in New Jersey. Well done to Dallas, Leah, Alyssa, and Juliana for getting through. Really brilliant stuff there overall. But now, going to be time to move on to our 12 fellas out here. Starting out with Elliot Schloffel. He unfortunately went out quite early on the placement course. He tried to do a very cool skip that I admired, but it just didn't go through for him, sadly. So now Elliot is hopefully going to be able to salvage it on this challenge course, where he can send things due to the retries.
Yeah, who knows? Honestly, given the circumstances of what happened, I think we could be in for a crazy run. Because I don't think we really got a chance to see what Elliot was made of.
You can see Elliot now trying to plan out his run. It's going to be a very important aspect. The rope coming back to him. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be rounding out the final division out here. The preteens are starting their male category. So let's see what these fellas are truly made of out here with Elliot leading us on.
Yeah, can we see a finisher on this downright sadistic challenge course? I guess we're going to find out. But Elliot, let's see here. Oh, interesting.
Elliot Schloffel, 3 minutes left to go on the clock, trying to set the precedent for the preteen male division and what they need to follow here. You can see he really wants to set a fast time. We've had a couple of instances today where people have gone out early on the placement course but have really delivered and gotten a top 4 spot on challenge, which ultimately gives them the Premier Series final slot. Elliot will definitely want to follow.
Yeah, and he's going clean here. Again, training at the Gravity Forge, coached by Jackson Erdos, which, you know, he's only one of the best ninjas there is. What? That was I could barely even tell they spun on him.
Perfect control there on the lower body for Elliot. This is where I think some people might have trouble, but Elliot is moving through at a very solid pace. He's locking off, which is nice. I like the control on the upper and lower body. Nice dismount there. This is good. 2 minutes left, halfway through the course.
Yeah, we don't usually see someone get to this point with both of their retries intact. Elliot is showing us what he's truly made of, but he's got to keep trucking along, skips the nunchucks, and looks like he's going to go for the palm flip. Elliot, look at that.
This is going to be huge out here. Elliot Schloffel.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Just sadly went down early. Let's see if he can chalk up. This is a very intense grip line, especially if you've been using a lot of your grip strength on this challenge course already, starting out with a vertical limit or basically a backwards cliff in a sense. But the lâcher like that is going to work. Is he using the side of the board? I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, that's kind of the intended move, because to lâcher to that without using it as a book hold, you can't stabilize. Elliot, though, with a minute 10 to the final 2 obstacles. Plenty of time. A retry still in the bank. Could this be it?
It's possible. If our first runner is a clear, then that'll be one for the books out here. Elliot still has a retry available.
No!
Oh.
The left hand was maybe a little too far back. Only a few fingers made contact. And unsteady support there will do you no wonders.
Here he goes, Elliot again, just over 40 seconds. Can he get the sideways grab? Yes! Progress is being made slowly but surely. Elliot trying his best. Can he get the final one? Yes! He's got the fingertip strength, Kane. We got 30 seconds. Is it possible?
Yeah, but he's going to have to one-shot this. Though I would say this is honestly a little easier than what comes before it. Because you see it's in a bar hop cradle. It's a straight shot, but Elliot can't let up here. Oh, come on!
Oh,
No!
he tried. I respect the link there. He kind of had to go for it if he wanted a solid chance at clearing it without it being down to the wire. That was an incredible first run. Our fellas are really going to have to deliver if they want to get a top 4 spot now.
Yeah, I'm just glad we got to see Elliot's true talent here after his early slip up on the placement course, because the placement course, you fall once and that's it. But here, you get more of a chance to show yourself. And Elliot did just that, made it to the final obstacle. No preteen has done that on this challenge course. Such.
Look at that, though. He tried to link it, but it looks like his left-hand side just went a bit too far forward, and by extension, his body was shifted to a completely different momentum side. But now Lucas Brozina coming out of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, competed 19 times throughout the season, and he had, unfortunately, a fall on the placement course. Let's see if he can salvage that run with a stellar challenge run.
Yeah, that's true. I believe that was on, what, the boot scoot, I want to say? It was just the graze of the feet on the mat.
Here he goes, nice and easy here. He's still a bit faster than Elliot to this point, which is nice to see. We could see a very, very quick development in results here. It might be a race to the buzzer if it gets to that point.
Yeah, that's true. It might not even be down to one obstacle or the other. The competitors against each other, which is unusual for Ninja, but Lucas finds that wall just like that. Easy does it.
Here we go. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, is that going to be a retry? Yes, it is. He touched the ground, sadly. Is Lucas going to be able to redeem himself on these tricky spinning steps?
Needs to get a good vantage point here, right dead on in the middle. Bullseye for Lucas.
Nice, love it. Here he goes, Lucas, propelling on through this course now, on to ride the...
Bull.
I was going to say ride the lightning for the minute, like the Metallica album, but hopefully he does that too. Lucas coming along through. Let's see how he can fare. Trying to pull up. Oh, just sadly doesn't have enough power. It looks like he needs a lot more push power in order to pull on forward and sideways simultaneously.
All right, Lucas. Out of retries, out of options. He's got to lock in. Focus up. Lucas. Yeah, I don't think putting it in the socket is really the way to go at the bottom. It's kind of a beginner's trap, if anything. Oh,
No! That's unfortunate there, Lucas, sadly going down and out there.
Yeah, I was talking about that with the legs. Your leg positioning when you rehook, very, very important. Because if your legs are a little too far back, then you'll go into like a downward spiral. You'll start twisting all haywire. And you saw that there. But still, an admirable run. Moved very quickly up to that point.
Cameron Baker coming out of Flemington, New Jersey, the hometown of Next Level. Let's see if that advantage is able to propel him forward. Now we're getting into the people who cleared, if I'm not mistaken. Here goes Cameron. Here we go.
All right. Hits the apex of the track. Gives him a period of weightlessness where he can find the ring and get that exit route situated. Just like that.
Here he goes. Trying to get a solid Lachey down in only a couple of swings there. Cameron still on pace to try and save a solid bit of time moving into the top positions. 2 minutes and a half as he grabs the wooden panel and gets himself to the left side.
Cameron straight into this. Serious bravery. Almost overshoots the platform as well. Almost went too fast for his own good. But Cameron, he's safe.
Here he goes. Nearly 3 seconds ahead of the fastest time to this point. But this is the ultimate time waster in Ninja here. His foot taps down, so it's going to be even more of a time waster saddle. Let's see if Cameron's able to push on through now.
Yeah, that's another thing with our athletes being so tall. It's significantly more of an awkward position. You have to tuck in a lot more. Okay, a little shaky on that first one. Oh, again. Scaring me on every single move, and that's gonna do it for Cameron.
Oh man, they had some. It seems like a lot of people have had runs going just to be stopped at that really harsh obstacle that requires a lot of full body movement and core power in an unorthodox fashion. We have 9 more competitors in the field. It's gonna be 9 more. We're going to see if anyone else can hit that buzzer. We've had no one get it so far. Our first runner was very close, but let's see if the Jackson Erdos representing Hudson Jenkins from Syracuse, New York is able to pull on through.
Yeah, loves to go to Disney World. Some call it the happiest place on earth. We know Hudson's going to be the happiest kid on earth if he can clench that buzzer. But all will be revealed in due time. Hudson, gotta stay composed here, not do anything too absurd, at least in the early parts here.
Doing a fairly solid job at the minute, just wants to get off this obstacle as quickly as he can, but he's having some trouble with the rope. Not a problem anymore, though. He might want to make up a bit of time if he's cautious about getting places faster.
Yeah, all depends on your pace. Can be salvaged. As we saw, Elliott made it there with a ton of time. But I do believe Hudson was a little more cautious in his placement course run.
Nice. That's one of the first times we've seen a static approach properly be used, but he let go of the ring, sadly. He's going to have to take it a second time. This is a weird place to use a retry, but it might be one of the first times it's happened this weekend.
Yeah, I know we saw it earlier, but that was with the Lachey to the ring itself, not the move against the wall. Interesting. Oh!
No, is that fine? I think he's okay. No, that put too much weight down. That's really unfortunate. Not the obstacle that anyone really wants to look at. Might be one of the most overlooked ones in the whole course, honestly.
Yeah, used the height to his benefit at first, and then on his second try, it became his detriment. Unfortunate to see. Still, though, an excellent run and an excellent showcase of our athletes' usage of their frame.
Aiden Ayers now coming along into this course. One of the shorter athletes in the division at 4'5" with a wingspan of 4'7". He started watching the American Ninja Warrior show at age 5 and started training ninja at 6. He wants to be on A&W when old enough. He's a 2-time Premier Series finalist, so he definitely has a lot of potential going for him in this competition specifically. Let's see how he can fare moving along into the rest of this course.
Aiden looking at this orange slice here. Perfect. Though I think we knew this wasn't going to be a problem for Aiden.
Here he moves here. He likes maths and geography. In school, he can name and locate about 150 countries. Very smart fella out here. Enjoys being outside, so riding his bike, jumping on trampolines, swimming in pools, and being at camp, fishing and kayaking. A very active and very sporty fella in this individual. Likes to watch football. Go Eagles.
Oh!
I know! Oh, the football curse continues. We're not calling it British football. What's going on?
All right, spin it again. No pun intended. Aiden. Come on, step. Oh, crosses the front plane.
Fine, yeah, okay. I saw that in the corner of my eye. I didn't think he'd be able to get through that, but honestly, fair play to him. Here he goes. Just under 2 minutes now as Aiden tries to lock himself in on these poles.
Yeah, he can kind of lean further out without having to tuck in the legs.
Careful.
Whoa! No, they're not going to give it to him.
That's really unfortunate. Aiden, final retry going to have to be used on riding the bull.
This is a similar predicament we've seen to quite a few athletes that have preceded him. But how will Aiden deal with the cards he has been dealt?
Doing pretty okay now, adapting on the fly to what he learned when he fell. Is he going to go for the dismount here or one more? Okay, nice. Very close to it now. He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds to get through as much of this course as he can. Only the second person to get through riding the bull.
That's true. Haven't seen anyone get through this since our first run, but still has a long and arduous journey to get to the buzzer. We're going to see how much further he can get, especially with the clock against him. He's going to go for the palm flip.
Yes, lovely. Very nice linking motion. He set it back incredibly well to keep that momentum. 45 seconds, though. He's going to have to use every second as wisely as possible coming into these cliffs.
Aiden, a mix of brain and brawn, but he's going to need to go for a little bit of both for this catch here.
He's got it. Here he goes. 30 seconds. That should be enough time in theory to get through these cliffs. Using it backwards here. Turns around. The fingertip flexibility is unmatched here for Aiden. Gets the dismount. Now comes into these cubes.
I like this stone-faced. He does not look under the weather of the fatigue, but the clock is against him, and with no more retries, the cube rejects him.
Unfortunate there, but still he used every second of that run to his best potential there. That was an absolutely insane way to go out. He made it to the incredibly difficult line of obstacles there. Made it through that balance with a lot of more force and might. I nearly said it with the two first letters mixed there, which was weird. But here he goes. Brilliant stuff there. That cliffhanger turnaround was insane. I love that. But it's going to be tough to see if he's going to be still holding on to that Premier Series finalist slot.
But we must move on. Michael Lysenko. Of course, we are in the midst of our finishers here. Just a few short seconds separating each spot on the leaderboard.
Here he goes, Michael. Had a bit of trouble trying to get over that wall, but he's going to try and make up a bit of time as he's moving along here, swinging along on the ring now, gets grasp of it. Just under 3 minutes as he makes the jump onto the platform as he now moves on from the sideways board onto the orange slice. He's got it.
Yep, has been eating his fruit. Perfectly done. Straight into this as well. I like the transitions between obstacles being quick because it shows a sign of urgency out of Michael Lysenko.
This is a very, very good pace at the minute. 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. 5 foot starting Ninja in 2019, and he just misplaces his foot on the floor there. Let's see how he can fare with his first retry.
Yeah, he does consider foot dexterity to be the most challenging obstacle type. And honestly, with an obstacle like this, I don't really blame him.
Michael, 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Okay! Bent his knees basically all the way down to the floor, and it helped him. Brilliant stuff there, Michael. Currently in 5th with just over 2 minutes on the clock. Now, how's he going to fare on the treacherous bull ride?
All right, well, all that matters is that he was able to get through it. I like the wide stance against the wall as well. That's what I was talking about, is that it's imperative you keep your lower body in control.
Oh, just slipped at the very end. That's devastating. Michael, gonna have to try and get it through here. His grip must be very much spent at the minute. Both his retries gone in the middle of this course. Not the best spell imaginable, but let's see how he can fare.
Yeah, I was about to say, he kind of tried to dive for the platform, going head first into it. But that time, he goes for the final hook. It does him well.
I'm enjoying the tech here. Michael hopefully has enough time to get through the rest of these obstacles. The cliff, here he goes. He's going to try and go for the palm flip now. Is he going to have it? Yes, lovely stuff there from Michael.
Okay, Michael. It's great to see more and more competitors trickle through. And with 55 seconds, he does still have a good chunk of time. Oh,
no!
no!
The bookend grab is what's going to get him, Michael. Sadly, just wasn't able to grab that cliff in succession. His grip fully spent there, it looked like. Unfortunate. 6 more athletes left.
Yeah, I was talking about the clock, but it was the lack of retries that really bit him there. Still, though, nice save. A little crumple kept him out of hot water. That would do it. But ultimately, yeah, that right hand just could not give any more. Still, though, he did what he could. And on a pumpy course like this, that's all I really asked for from these competitors.
Here he goes. Jack DeLuca coming out of Stanford Ninja Academy. I know they do a lot of very tough training regimes there, and I'm a fan of them. So let's see if Jack, being one of the only few representatives of a gym in that area of the world, coming along through here, not having a problem so far. Just wants to wrap the rope around. Not a problem anymore.
Yeah, clean as can be for Jack DeLuca. Loves his tech, loves his laches. Should be easygoing. Perfect work. Jack is also on the shorter side. Can help, can hurt.
He's got the grab. Ooh, nice cat grab over to the wall. He's still on a very, very solid pace at the minute. We keep seeing it get bested, and he's got it immediately, keeping that pace by just 1.5 seconds. This is going to be a big decider. He's swaying quite a bit, but he keeps himself in check here midway through.
Okay, yeah, that's another thing, is that you can't really, you know, spread out the load across the wall when you're so small.
Dude.
But Jack, getting through that perfectly, I don't think anyone has gotten past that perfect since Elliot.
Pretty much, yeah. He's got a lot of time to spare. You can see he's faster than Elliot's pace, who was the fastest over to the end of the course. Can he get the palm flip? He links out of it, which saves an extra few decibels, or decimals even. Here he goes, 1 minute and 40 seconds now as he gets onto that cliff. How's he faring? He's turning around. Interesting. Let's see how it's going to fare for him coming into this big lache. Got it.
Yeah, Stanford, known for its crazy long cliffhanger lines. I'm sure Jack well within his element here. Oh, what is he doing? What?
Yes, dude, look at that. Jack DeLuca coming along through. I'm loving this right now. Here he goes. He's got 1 minute and 10 seconds to best Elliot's time. This is the best we've seen since the start of the male division on Challenge. These very precise cubes have been a detriment to the ninjas all day, but he's still pushing, adjusts himself, saves it, gets down on that cube. Over 50 seconds left to go now, and just like that, he's in first.
Jack, this is incredible. Now, one of his favorite obstacles is the flying bar. So with that said, could this be the one?
Possibly. Jack gears himself up. No, the whiff! Okay, just the fingers there. They just got a tiny bit muddled up there within the midst of things. But now he's still got 33 seconds to rest up and hopefully get... No, he's not going to rest. He's going to go straight in. The optimal strategy here. Just under 30 seconds. He has the grab and he links down to the buzzer. Come on, Jack!
Oh my gosh. I do not believe what I just saw.
I am of the...
Pure, unadulterated dominance on that whole course. Stanford really trains its athletes in a very particular discipline, and that discipline is kind of what this course challenges. The weird tech, the cliffs, the finger strength really helped him out here, and it helps that he just linked everywhere, skipped elements of obstacles. In fact, this send to the platform was especially a prevalent move, and that will put him in prime contention to make it to the Premier Series finals. In fact, the worst he can place is 6th, but I don't know. That's going to be a tough time to beat, Billy.
Yeah, in order to get better than Jack at this point, our athletes, including Elliot Shensai out here, who's running now, is going to have to get faster than 2 minutes 49 to the buzzer. That's got to happen for everyone. There is a slim chance it happens for all of them, but Elliot is going to hopefully prove us wrong and start a second train of clears.
Yeah, that would be nice to see after the long dry spell that came before. But I guess we're going to find out, shall we?
Here he goes, 2 minutes and 45 as he grabs the sideways hold onto the orange. Easy Stuff moves on to the middle part of it and gets the descent downward. Easy Stuff climbs up onto the box, immediately onto the trapeze. Now 2 minutes, 30 seconds. You don't really want to gain any height on this jump. You kind of just want to dart forward like he's done there. Nice, he's conserved that energy going through. Now Elliot moves along through.
Okay, Elliot, though, this obstacle's taken a lot of retries, but it doesn't claim one of Elliot's, which is nice to see. Especially after the, it's kind of like the Ninja Warrior UK paddle panic in a way.
Really?
I guess.
Yeah, true, I suppose. Here he goes, under just 2 minutes. That unlocked a core memory, that. The Ninja Warrior UK reference, oh my. Here he goes, Elliot Shensai. Just over 1 minute and 3/4 now as he tries to gear himself up for the palm flip grasp, which he's got. 1 minute and 40 seconds now as he jumps along through, ready to go on some cliffs.
Yeah, nice to see. Doesn't look anywhere near gassed, but this move, a lot of technique, a lot of power in the fingers. Yeah. There's a little bit of slippage, but the fingers don't give.
I'm liking this currently. Elliot.
Well
now
done.
He's descented. We have 70 seconds left for 2 more obstacles. There is a chance he can get a faster time out here compared to Elliot. Or no, compared to Jack even, is Elliot. Oh, but he just misses it, sadly. Elliot, sadly gonna go down. Let's see how he can fare moving on into here. Another attempt. He's got an extra retry for the obstacle after if he clears this one. Here he goes.
All right, second try. Will it be the charm? Does make the move that he failed, but the sideways move, I'd argue, is one of the hardest on the whole course. You see it there.
Oh, man. Elliot Shensai sadly going down and out there. Our 7th grader not being able to crack it, sadly. Had a very great run. moving through the entirety of that course up until the final obstacle.
Yeah, those final two obstacles, I'd say, are the crux points, which is crazy because this whole course doesn't feel very easy, if I'm being frank.
Here we go. We could see that. Nearly had the grab there, but sadly, that's going to be it for Elliot. But now we're moving on to our top 4 athletes from the placement course, meaning that we're going to be seeing some Premier Series titles, or qualifying spots rather, written off for our athletes. First off is going to be Mason Morris, 5'1" wingspan of 5'4", coming out of South Plainfield, New Jersey. He's a team member at Next Level, of course. Triple M Ninja is the name of him out here in these parts. His favorite band is Alice in Chains. I love Man in a Box. Here he goes, Mason. Here he goes, makes his way onto this box. Here he goes.
Yep, Mason. Oh, one of the few to actually go for one side. Interesting. I guess it is the more favorable, the bar. But Mason, a very experienced athlete. We saw that in full swing in the form of his placement course run. But from here, the balance. Whoa, okay. You know, if you had just seen that run, you wouldn't have been able to tell that that spins.
Pretty much, yeah. We saw nothing of his, if you go at a very wrong angle, then your ankles can be absolutely done. They could be finished. But Mason and a lot of these athletes who have passed that obstacle, they have really gained control of their balance there, and it's really helped them out. 2 minutes now, 2.5 seconds ahead of the fastest time. Mason could be on his way to a buzzer.
Okay, yep. No doubts that he was going to get through that. And he still has, what, half his time left? Which is kind of the gold standard at this stage in the game.
Nice, dude. He's got the cliffs on lock here. Mason Morris not having a problem right now. He's got 1.5 minutes still to go for 2.5 more obstacles, basically. Trying his best to salvage himself, and he's got it. About 8 seconds ahead now. 10 now. Just keeps adding up. 1 minute coming into our tricky, precise cubes.
Yeah, Billy, you were just talking about man in a box. Now it's going to be kid grabbing a box. The first one is clean. Oh, no.
No, the second one isn't, sadly, Mason. Gonna have to give this one a second try. How is he gonna fare with it? 66 seconds left to go. Steps up to the plate. Hopefully he's able to get the precision with the pump.
Okay. Mason, first one. That was the one he was able to grab. The second one, there we go.
Okay, promising. One more downward grab. Mason Morris, very close to a buzzer. There's potential here.
It's all down to this final obstacle. I wonder if he's going to be able to catch Jack here. No, he misses.
Stop it, bro. Can you at least have the platform a little bit further forward so it's easier? I want to see some buzzers. Mason's close to one. 37 seconds. If he goes now, there's still a chance of him qualifying to Premier Series by default by getting first and beating Jack DeLuca to the time to the buzzer. Can he get it this time? Yes! Yes! He's fine. He's fine. He's completely fine. Yes. Lovely stuff there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Billy, I was about to say, don't despair. Did have a retry and put that retry to good use. Slides himself into first place just like that. And that run, so clean. Like he was just taking a walk out in the park.
That was immense there. We saw the redemption coming along through for our...
Okay, 3 remain. Joseph Comerford, again, being one of the last runners, he knows what he has to do here. But can he do it when the lights are on? When all eyes are on him?
Joseph here, coming out of Next Level here, representing the iconic orange that we see at all our big WNL events. Just under 3 minutes now. Joe, Competed 12 times throughout the regular season. 3 more athletes left to go. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, I think they might have taken Mason's clear off the board.
Oh, no way. I just saw that. Okay, so Mason, sadly, is going to leave it with Jack DeLuca as the only guaranteed qualifier for the Premier Series finals in the preteen division here. Joseph, you're going to have to try his best to move on through. He wants to also get one of them qualifying spots.
Yeah, I mean, Jack and Elliot are secured in there. Would love to be... Oh no, the foot tap! I saw his left foot.
Unfortunate, that one. So here we go, Joseph Comerford. Hopefully he's going to be able on our call.
All right, let's go again. A little simple mistake happens to the best of ninjas. Oh, that left foot almost hit down again. He's got to stay in control of things.
Trying his best to move on through. He's got just under 2 minutes. I doubt he's going to have a big lead after this. Trying to have a big jump. Got to be careful of those legs. Is he going to go for one more rung?
Yeah, a little more timid with the hooks here, just to make sure he stays alive at all.
I don't know if a clear is still going to be in the question. It is 1.5 minutes left on the clock, and we still have 4 more obstacles. That's at least 30 seconds per obstacle evenly. Let's see if Joe is able to pull on through. Yes, he is!
Well, no, this one's pretty quick. 1:15 isn't horrible, honestly. It's doable, but he's got to refrain from using a retry. He's got to be careful here, because I think another slip up and that might do it. Oh, he's twisting a lot.
And you can see his pinky start to give way on that thinner cliff, but he's still moving through at a solid pace here. Just under 1 minute as he dismounts. This is going to be tight here. He's still got a retry available on either the precise cubes or our flying bar.
I guess we're about to find out. The retry falls at the hands of the cubes.
This is going to be a big one for Joseph Comerford. Is he going to be able to salvage it? 40 seconds left. Gets the first. That's progress. Can he get the sideways one? A lot of people have fallen victim to it. No!
Oh, no, Joseph.
God, man, that's really, really unfortunate. We saw Joe pull on through at a very fast pace, but I think just the extra amount of strength used on that retry on Ride the Bull really, really wasn't able to help him out too much. That might have been it. That might have not been it, but he was very, very pumped coming to the end of that course. We have 2 more competitors.
Yeah, that's true. With that, Elliot is safe and going to the Premier Series finals. So that's awesome to see, especially because he was the first guy up.
Kieran Martin coming along through, coming out of Horsham, Pennsylvania. He began Ninja when he was 8 years old and joined the Gravity Forge team when he was age 7. He regularly trains with Jackson Erdos and other elite ninjas in the Philly area. He came in 3rd for the Mature Kids at Premier Series Season 3 last year and for the NSC Youth Finals in 2025. So he's got a lot of big morals behind him. He's got a lot of titles, and it seems like he's got a lot of skill here. Look for him on the sidelines of A&W for this upcoming season, cheering on for Jackson, Josiah, and all the other elite ninjas competing in the show. Here he moves, Kieran Martin. Gonna try his best to get the darting forward. Nice one hand out in front. I like the approach.
Yeah, also went in forward, which I like to see. Otherwise, it's gonna rip out. No!
Oh, Kieran. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to take one of his retries here. Not ideal. Just gonna have to be what's gonna need to be done here. Kieran Martin. Can he salvage himself? Yes, he is. That first step looked a bit dodgy, but he's still able to pull through.
Okay, I guess if you were going to take a retry anywhere, I guess it would be the one obstacle that doesn't tax your grip. So Kieran, no worries if he can keep it together. He is getting dangerously close to the hook, but Kieran avoids any sort of mishap.
Here we go. Trying to get enough swing to go up. No need for nunchucks. He's just gone straight for cliff.
Oh, and a link out as well. Kieran's trying to pick it up after what happened earlier, and for good reason.
Good idea, especially if it was on quite a quick obstacle like those steps here. He's still got a solid chance of getting the top spot at the moment. If he gets into at least 3rd place by the end of this run, he'll lock himself in for a Premier Series final slot. Let's see if Kieran can pull through here. He's trying his best, gets the dismount. Now he's moving on to the line of death here, starting out with our precise cubes.
Yeah, Kieran is confirmed to be in the top 4, but right now he's on the bubble. So to get through this,
he's got the grabs though. He's still got a lot of finger strength left in him. He is a boulderer and training to be a rock climber as well. He loves big moves, and that's one of them. Speaking of big moves, Flying Bar coming up. He's locked in for Premier Series at least. Can he get a fast clear to go with it? Yeah!
Wow!
Come on!
2:22.
Brilliant stuff there. That's going to be fastest clear of the day so far. It looks like impeccable stuff.
Yeah, that was bonkers. What I was saying too, I mean, if you were going to take any retry, I guess it should be on the balance. He was able to bring it back and stir the pot, get to 1st place. Wow. That's going to be tough for our final guy to live up to. But, I mean, if it was going to be anyone, I guess it should be Josh Saraceno, Mr. Sub 30 himself.
Josh here, coming out of Middlefield, Connecticut, representing Ninja Mania, I want to say. He got 5th place overall at Worlds this year, 1st place in the NFC Youth Northeast Sectionals out here as well. He's gone to Premier Series in 2024 and 2025. He was 3rd place overall in discipline circuits last year at Worlds. This guy is not a sleeper at all. He's the real deal.
Speaking of the real deal, he already just got through the first 2 obstacles with reckless abandon. He barely wanted any part of that wall and barely wants any part of those orange slices, like a piece of broccoli that is unwanted.
Loving this at the minute. Joshua Saraceno gonna try his best to pull on through these steps here. 1, 2, 3, he's through. 8.3 seconds ahead of Kieran Martin to this point.
The foot tap, and he's off anyway.
Right, this is a dire situation. If he goes off here, carnage may ensue. 9th place currently, needs to get at least past Mason Morris in order to go to the Premier Series finals. Here he goes, doesn't want to be reckless, especially on an obstacle that requires precision like this.
Yeah, he just learned the hard way why you don't want to go all crazy on an obstacle that wants you to be delicate. If you disrespect it, it will thrash you. But Josh is respectful of the obstacle, and it respects him back.
Here he goes. He's going to respect this obstacle by not gripping onto those nunchucks. He's going to set a link off of that palm flip. Just under 2 minutes now as he comes into our final 3 obstacles. Things are looking very good.
Yeah, Josh still in the lead, even with a little mishap. Just easy grab onto the books. Nothing too crazy. But Josh got to keep on. If he wants that top time, he's in the lead by 8 seconds and still has a retry, but you know he doesn't want to use it. He wants to go for gold here.
He's got so much experience in this season alone. 48 competitions he's done from the start of season 11. Look at this here, trying his best. A minute 15. He's already the fastest non-finisher, meaning that Joshua Saraceno has gone to the Premier Series finals at Ascend later on this year. Is he going to be able to? No! Okay,
no!
Just a bit too much of a delayed link there. We're going to be seeing him hopefully get the fastest time. He can beat Kieran Martin by a solid amount if he goes right now.
Oh, come on, find that bar. Yes! Yes!
Come on! 2:15.87. He's a happy fella. Good job, our Saraceno. Joshua pulled through at our next level qualifier to end out the entirety of our first day and did an incredible job doing so.
Wow. Even with the occasional slip up on the rings and the air ball on the final obstacle, Josh, that was such a dominant performance. that put him at the top of the leaderboard. Another win in the books for Joshua Saraceno.
That was mint. Absolutely love that. Well done to our preteen females that ran earlier and qualified. Dallas Peoples getting first, followed by Leah, Alyssa, and Juliana out there. Brilliant stuff there from all of the girls. And then the males came rocking through, as they usually do. And they absolutely delivered 3 clears. Joshua Saraceno, Kieran Martin, Jack DeLuca, all qualifying, along with Elliot Schloffel, who was the first runner, by the way. Not going to let you guys forget that one. Did absolutely incredible out of the gate. That was immense.
Wow. Okay. So that's going to do it for day 1 of the Next Level Ninja Premier Series qualifiers. What did you think of this day of competition, Billy?
Absolutely insane. Our youth athletes never disappoint in the Northeast as well. One of the most populated ninja areas in the entire globe. I'm very, very pleased with how it all went. Well done to all of the incredible boys and girls that competed in the kids, mature kids, and preteen division. Very happy with how all of you guys did. Put in some incredible performances and very entertaining runs to boot.
Absolutely plenty of success as well, which I love to see, but it didn't come easy for our athletes. No, it was a hard-fought battle. In fact, I don't think anyone in the preteen division got through the course without using a retry, which is just a sign to how well our course designers set up the stage for our athletes. Such incredible stuff. I can't wait to see what is to come tomorrow. Let's pull up the schedule, actually. We have the amateur, teen, and elites.
Indeed, so you guys are absolutely not going to want to miss those runs once we see them. Amateur male specifically has a ginormous roster consisting of the young adults, the adults, and the masters. That's going to be happening tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We've got the teens following at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then the elites will be following with Jackson, Erdos, and co. later on at 5 p.m. Kane, what do you think of today's competition? It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was super exciting. One of my favorite days of the season so far, obviously, because we got to see our competitors actually duke it out for slots, which you don't always see. Sometimes, due to the small sample size of competitors, it's only a handful. You only have to beat the 3rd obstacle. Here, everyone who qualified had to fight for it, which I love to see.
I love to see that as well. I'm right happy with how everything played out. Well done to all the athletes today. From Kane Malden and Billy Dixon, we've been your commentators for kids and preteen particularly. And we will see you guys tomorrow with some more ninja action. Please do take care.